Oh, damn. You know what it is? It's Sunday.
Sunday.
It's the N.S.O.S Podcast, and we're back again for episode 12.
Number 12.
I remember every week now. It's crazy. It's almost like I don't have Alzheimer's or something.
No, it's just autism.
Fucking, I saw a t-shirt the other day that said "Rhythm with the Tism," and it had a bunch of fucking, like, raccoons on the front of it, like, throwing up gang signs and shit.
I need that shirt.
And I was just like, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with people? Then again, I thought about some of the shit that I've made.
Yeah,
Ball so smooth, make Kevin Spacey nervous.
Yeah, I showed that one to a couple people, and that one in the wrong sock.
Oh, yeah. That one's pretty funny, too.
Yeah, that one got more than a couple chuckles.
Kenny used to say it shit all the time at work, and that was one of those things that just popped in my head, and it was like, yeah, it'd probably make a pretty funny shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta order one and take it to him next time I see him.
Well, man, the shirt sold like hotcakes. Like, I sold two at work, and then they were like, hey, do you have any more? Can you bring them tomorrow? And I messaged you, and you're like, no,
Tell them to order them off the website. They cost the exact same. And
yeah.
I'll even set up a promo code where you can, like, fucking get free shipping on it. Like, if you want to order a shirt, just order them from the store. It'll cost you the same as if you see us in person, and it'll also help me avoid having to fucking figure out how much I sold for taxes. Because at least Shopify keeps up with that shit.
Right.
It's like, I am but one man running most of this shit. Like, I don't have a team of folks like a lot of these people do. It's literally just me, and now I'm back working night shift 3 days a week, so
yeah, congratulations.
Try not to fucking overwhelm me. Oh yeah, this week didn't go bad at all. It was actually decent. Like, I didn't have any fucking problems. Like, nobody gave me any shit. Nobody gave me any flack. It was a little slow, but I kind of figured that isn't much in the first place. I mean, hell, that's what happens when you put a dipshit in charge for a year and just let them do whatever the fuck they're doing.
Just because it's what they want to do doesn't mean it's what they should do.
No, I mean, this guy knew what he wasn't supposed to do and just consistently did it anyway, and he's already been fired for it before, and, like, again before that. Like, dude's been back, I'm pretty sure, 3 or 4 times, but nonetheless, it's over and done with now. I'm in there 3 days a week, maybe 4 if I want to be.
Just pick up an extra shift. They were talking about doing something like that at work where I'm at. Was doing 3/12s and having to voluntary come in the 4th day and get.
See, I only do one 12-hour shift, and that's my Sunday. Or it's not even really a 12-hour; it's like an 11-hour because we open at 4 and we close at 3, so 11 hours. But with the drive, it's like 13, 14ish. But every other day, or the other days other than that, I only work fucking 7 to 3, so it's like an 8-hour day. So I'm not killing myself and living in there anymore.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I straight up told him when I came up there, I was like, man, I'm not doing it. I was like, as much as this place has fucked me over, you're lucky I'm even in this building. Like, because by all technicality, I should have told y'all to hell with you. But I didn't, because a lot of the people in there, as fucking toxic as it is to say, are like family to me. Because hell, they were the only friends I really had for fucking 9 years, because I was living in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what it is at work where I'm at. There's a whole bunch of people there, like, they're just kind of learned to accept the fucking weirdness that is me.
Well, I mean, I put too much social effort into that place and established too many decent friendships with folks, whereas I don't have anybody around here other than you, really. Like, I don't fuck around with anybody here anymore, because hell, they're all either in jail or fucking doing dumb shit constantly, or fucking so uptight and snooty, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, and people around here are fucking weird, dude. It's like, y'all are awful fucking uppity from the poorest state in the fucking country. Like, I don't know why y'all acting like you got a chip on your shoulder, motherfucker. The only thing you got to brag about is fucking plantations, and those aren't exactly the best things to brag about. Like, it's like, y'all pride yourself on the fucking southern heritage, like, architecture and shit. It's like, they kept people as slaves.
Yeah.
You can't sing those praises anymore, you fucking racist.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I don't want the South to ever rise again. I'm from here. The South rising does nothing good for it, because then you're just going to get a bunch of uppity, dumb motherfuckers. Like, which we got plenty of those as is. Like,
Yeah.
fucking retarded nowadays, man. After having that conversation with Chick the other night at work, and like, I upgraded my estimations 10 years. 10 years, this thing's gonna be a flaming ball of shit if something doesn't take us out first.
Wasn't there like a huge comet that was supposed to,
We have a meteor that's passing by that we're gonna be able to see during the solar eclipse coming up.
what day is that, do you know?
14th or 25th, one of the two. I can't remember. I know. Well, I think it's 3 days before me and her go to Red Rocks. So that's on the 25th. So I think the 22nd maybe.
This month or next month?
Next month.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Or it may be this month. April 8th. I was
April
way
8th.
off, but yeah,
That's right
April
around the
8th.
corner.
But during that eclipse, you're supposed to be able to see that devil comet, the one that looks like the Millennium Falcon when it came by the last time. You're supposed to be able to see it like really clearly, like during the eclipse, like off to the side of the sun. I'm kind of
be pretty
stoked
cool.
on that because I want to throw out the fucking 2 Canon cameras out there and get some more of that silver film and take some pictures and shit so I can get the actual corona around it.
Yes.
Because you're supposed to be able to see the whole corona around it, and it's passing almost a direct pass over us too, because it's going to be like dead over Arkansas and like up into Illinois and Kentucky and all that shit. So
Oh, yeah.
we're just going to be a little offset, so we'll be able to see damn near the whole thing.
That'd be rad. I'm gonna think I'm gonna take that day off.
Fucking, I go get a welding hood from fucking Harbor Freight, one of those just like little $20 welding hoods, or just go over there and get a couple of those little panels that go in them. And that's all the fucking solar viewing lenses are.
Yeah.
Like the little 3D glasses looking shit. It's just that fucking silver flume shit that they put on welding hoods.
That'd be
Because I
pretty cool.
put my welding hood on one day and just like looked up at the sun and it darkened. I was like, oh shit. You could actually see the sunspots the naked eye with the fucking welding hood on because
No
it's
shit.
just dark enough to like blur all the intense light out or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the blinding light.
Yeah. The shit that Trump was going. Fucking idiot. Like, this motherfucker was talking about a hurricane and he was like, this is one of the worst hurricanes we've had in terms of being wet and in terms of water. I went, huh?
Like,
The fuck did he just say?
can somebody translate that?
I don't understand how this motherfucker still has people that support him. Especially, I don't understand how veterans. There's some veterans that support this motherfucker when he said the shit that he said about him on camera.
No, not only that, but he's like forcing vaccination mandates and everything else on people whenever he was in too.
I mean,
Or either you can take the vaccine or you can get the fuck out of the military.
well, I mean, that on top of that, like I was just seeing where they're talking about that fucking classified documents case where they found all that shit in Mar-a-Lago, and like there's a fucking evidence of him talking to, I don't know if the dude was Russian or not, but it was like some billionaire financier talking about Russian nuclear submarine secrets and like our secrets, and trying to like offer up information, like to adversaries, like. This dude's fucking...
Wow.
The fact the Supreme Court is allowing him to stay on the ballot solely because most of the justices he stacked on there were his appointments. Because you remember, he got fucking Amy Coney Barrett and Kavanaugh. And I think he got one more in because Ginsburg died.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this motherfucker just stacked the Supreme Court and it's like, haha, fuck you, I can do what I want. That shit's gonna bite him in the ass, though. He ain't gonna be...
It's a lot like chess, you know, you think about it.
That
How he's
motherfucker
been playing
couldn't
it.
play chess. He would just be, like, moving pieces and chewing on them. You know, like, these aren't McDonald's. I told you to get me a fucking Big Mac. I mean, the dude wears diapers, for fuck's sake. I don't understand why it's even a fucking contest between these two geriatric motherfuckers. Like, don't get me wrong, Biden, lesser of the two evils. Has he done fuck shit before? Of course, he's a politician. Is he breathing? Yeah, then he's done fuck shit. But his fuck shit didn't equal to printing out so much fucking money that even my door guy, when he counted the stack of bills like this, only found 3 fucking bills in that whole stack that weren't 2017. And he looked at me and went, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know." And I've been doing that for months now, and it's the same thing every time. So that means there's a lot of fucking money that got printed in 2017.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a lot. I went through $300 in ones. I pulled out maybe 20 other dates other than 2017. I'll say it again. $300 in ones, and 20 of it were bills that weren't from 2017.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very fucking insane, because you got to think about it. I did that to my coworkers. Both of them, same results.
Oh, yeah. Anybody you tell polite, like...
Fucking $60 worth of bills. Fucking 10 other dates other than 2017.
13. Wait. 20. No, yeah, 13. But 13 was also a year that they went, fuck it.
2021. That's quickly becoming a new one, though.
Yeah.
Well, Steve Mnuchin, so 2017. 2017. So 3 out of 4. I know I still
pretty good.
I still got more bills in my back pocket. Hang on. Well, I said I did. I'm missing some money. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Shit, front pocket. Okay, so 4 out of 5, or 3 out of 4. 2013, 2013, 2013, 2017, 2013, 2021, 2013. Damn, it's all 2013s in this one.
Oh, that's weird.
2021, 2017, 2017, 2013, 2009. That's an odd one.
Yeah.
2017, 17, 21.
That's a lot of 17s. That's a lot of 13s and 17s.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, it ain't Biden that fucked up the economy. If anything, that dude salvaged what atrocity it was before a little bit. Like, the debt's going up because we're having to help fund a fucking war that we're not in. Like, our debt ceiling's going up because we're literally having to fucking build all the shit to send to Ukraine in the first place. Like, not to mention now we're dealing with fucking Hamas attacking boats in the fucking Red Sea.
Yeah, no mess with boats.
Yeah.
Don't mess with our boats.
Well, I mean,
that's a good way to get erased.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta fucking be able to find the sons of bitches first.
Just a general area. We need grid square.
Yeah, you can't do that when you're not trying to get collateral damage and shit. We can't run like we did in fucking Iraq back in the day. Like, I did see where fucking Sweden sent a message to Putin saying, "Don't worry, we could do something unexpected at any moment." Because they're building up troops on the Crimean border.
Russia is?
Yeah, like Russia's already in Crimea and has fucking training camps set up, but they're like trying to do the same shit that they did to fucking Ukraine with them.
Yeah.
And they're like, go ahead and try, motherfucker.
Fuck around.
We will do some shit that you are entirely not expecting.
They just
we'll do a Navalny to you, motherfucker. You're... I'm gonna send the Swedish chef over from the Muppets.
Just sharpen his knife as he increases
fucking
pace.
Shaking an arsenic shaker into the fucking soup. Right. Oh, dude, I foresee it coming. There's about to be another big event like that. Like, something's fixing, like a big leader. Somebody's gonna fucking go down in this. I already can see it coming. Like, whether it be Putin or fucking somebody on our end or Xi Jinping or something, like, there's about to be some crazy shit pop off.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, it's that slowly building crescendo of a story. Like, Ukraine gets run in on by Russia. Then fucking Palestine flies in on paragliders and boats and shit into Jerusalem. And then you got the Houthis fucking attacking boats in the Red Sea and shit. Fucking everything's about to fucking pop off, dude.
It's like a World War sitcom.
Like, well, World War One and Two were a gradual progression too. It started out with a bunch of just like independent conflicts that slowly drug other people into it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're standing off to the side going, should we do something? Nah, give him a minute.
Give him a minute.
But he's tapping out. No, he didn't say uncle yet.
I say Uncle Sam.
Mm-hmm. You just hear eagle screech in the background.
There's actually one of the drinks on Fallout 76 that is marketed like that, super American. You crack it open and it sounds like, and you hear an eagle screech. I was like, Merc.
Yeah, it's awesome. Dude, it's so funny at work now because all I do is talk shit to anybody that like remotely acts like an asshole. So Doug, our other security guy, big dumb bald prick. Yeah, I said it, Doug. Fight me, fuck. Come on. Like this motherfucker the other night came in the most ungodly purple suit. I'm talking like, it was like lilac lavender color purple with like a darker purple undershirt and shit.
I definitely would not have.
Oh no. I walked in and the first thing out of my mouth when I saw him was, why do you look like Katt Williams dressed you? I just looked at him with a blank stare and said that shit dead to his face. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, that ugly ass suit, bruh. Where the fuck did you get that? Elvis Presley's closet? Like, it was a motherfucker. And then, I hate when people put their feet up on like tables and shit or desks in public.
Oh, yeah.
It's one thing at your mama's house. You fucking trashy bastard. Don't do that shit at your workplace, especially on the desk in the office. And then fucking start talking shit when I tell you to take your feet off the desk. Motherfucker, really?
Yeah, that's just disrespectful.
Like, I'm the most disrespectful motherfucker in here, and I don't do that shit. Because I wasn't born in a fucking barn. And my family tree forks. Unlike his, it's probably shaped like a fucking telephone pole. Like, he looks like vaguely Hills Have Eyes-ish. Like,
interesting. So basically, lock up the small ones and the.
Oh, I mean, not all that, but I'm pretty sure he's gay. Like, this dude's got to be gay because his shirt choice or like his clothing choices scream I'm in the closet. Like, lilac suit one day, next day tangerine orange shirt with a hot pink tie. Bruh, what are you trying to say? Yeah, like,
I mean, it's 2024. We're proud of you.
Just go ahead and go, hey. Like, do your thing, dude.
Yeah.
Just like, please stop making it uncomfortable by me having to see you in those ungodly colors just because you're too much of a puss to say that you're gay. If you like a dick, so what? I mean,
yeah.
We all have seen him cross-dress and dance on people. It's happened. Multiple times, actually. Wig and everything. Blindfold dudes get him on stage for a bachelor party. Doug come out, start twerking on him and shit. Take the blindfold off halfway through. Doug turn around, beard and shit. And like, yeah, it's funny as fuck. Don't ever fucking do the stage shit.
No.
At a club, or like, don't ever do that to a buddy, better yet. Because bitches are ruthless now. I've literally watched these chicks put a fucking leather belt around a dude's neck and cinch it as tight as it would go and make him get on all fours and they would ride that motherfucker around the stage like a pony.
God.
And then make him stand up, turn around, grab the pole, or bend over and grab the pole, and then they whip his ass with his own belt.
No,
I mean, it's the last time you're going to ever get to have any kind of play if you're getting married.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what bachelor party, like, your friends are just assholes for one.
Yeah,
because
that's
I'm going to flame the fuck out of you. on top of the dancers, like, being aggressive as fuck on you.
Oh, yeah.
And then at the end of all that, I'm going to make you do a pole trick. And if you can touch the ceiling, I'll buy you a beer most times. Like, you don't have any idea how funny it is to watch a grown-ass drunk man try to climb a fucking 14-foot pole. Like, oh, it's so funny. Because they're trying so goddamn hard. Because all these girls make it look so fucking easy most of the time. They're just like fucking it all the way up to the top of the bitch and hanging upside down and spinning and shit.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers can barely get their feet off the ground most of the time. And it's like, bro, you need some fucking upper body strength, my dude.
Yeah.
Or learn how to fucking lock your ankles around some shit.
Yeah, use your legs as a cinch.
I mean, I didn't even go to fucking basic training, and I know how to fucking climb a rope, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah. I could probably do it. Probably. I don't know if I could do it while I was drunk, but I could probably do it.
I mean,
sober.
Not to mention that dude's hands were probably 10 kinds of sweaty, because we always usually pick the hottest girls that are there to go up on stage to do the bachelor party.
Oh, yeah.
Which that's if the bachelor party's friends take good care of us, because it's like house gets 50, we get 50, and then whatever hits the stage, I think the dancers get to divide up. I think that's how they were doing it the last time. But I mean, fucking, they hook it up extra sometimes. Dudes will come up there and throw us extra money to play certain songs and shit, or just to give them a hard time. But we got a sheet they fill out with like nickname, most embarrassing moment, like what, give us some shit about the fiance and all that stuff, and then we'll just use that as our ammo while they're on stage in the chair.
Oh, yeah.
Call them hot seats, and just bring the dude up there and set him down in the chair on stage. Up next to the pole, he's got to hold his hands behind his back. And then girls get to do whatever the fuck they want. Like, which most of the time entails one of them climbing all the way to the top of the pole and then just snail trailing dude's face. Like, oh yeah, it's fucking funny, because some of them are strong enough they can do it real slow, so it's just like paint swashing down this dude's face, and it's like, yep.
Yeah, that's
just like Mama used to make. Fucking
sin in them rolls. With extra cream.
God damn it.
That's like if you ever drop a toaster strudel on your pants, you will never expect. You got to change pants.
It doesn't glow in a black light. Or does it?
I don't know. Science time.
I don't have any toaster strudel.
I don't either.
I think all it is that powdered sugar frosting.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's like, what's that?
Just milk and powdered sugar and water.
Yeah.
Mix it up. My great-grandmother made me some of that shit in a teacup one time, about that deep, because I wouldn't shut the fuck up and leave her alone about it. Yeah, I ate that whole fucking teacup full of icing. Worst idea ever. Oh, yeah. My God, the stomach cramps.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That shit fucking sucked, bro. Like, I have never in my life had that much, like, gastric distress. Like, because it was, like, nothing but straight fucking powdered sugar and, like, a drop or two of milk and a drop or two of water. Because it was the shit she used to put on her upside-down cakes or bundt cakes.
Yeah.
And just that fucking simple frosting. She used to make the best fucking yellow bundt cakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I miss the fuck out of them.
Yeah, my grandmother used to make a lot of those.
She made her own homemade batter and stuff. Like, she didn't use the box mix and shit. She made her stuff from scratch, and it was always fire. Like, Grandma Ealer always made fucking bundt cakes, and Grandma Allie always had the teacakes. Those little fucking... Yeah, those things are fucking fire, too. Grandma Allie would do the half-ass fried pies, where she'd just take white bread and fill it up with, like, apple filling, and just pan fry them in a cast iron skillet. Motherfuckers are fire, too.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of cinnamon on top.
I wish I could find their cookbook, like Grandma Allie's cookbook and Grandma Ealer's cookbook. I don't know where they're at. They're around here somewhere. I got to go through. I've got so many different old cookbooks where my grandmother and great-grandmother went through, like, Better Homes and Gardens and Southern Living and, like, tore out all the fucking recipes and shit and put them into a big book. Which, hell, they never fixed half of them. My grandmother fixed the same probably 15 meals for as long as I knew her, like, up until the end where she just started fucking eating Taco Bell and shit all the time. This woman fucking survived off Taco Bell $5 boxes for I don't know how long because that's all she wanted to eat. And then she talked shit about how my grandfather just wanted Subway all the time because my grandfather used to want those sweet onion chicken teriyakis.
Oh yeah, so
like
good.
every other day, he would want Subway. Cause, I mean, he got in dementia, and like that was the one thing that it clung to him. And, like, and that's all he wanted to eat all the time was a Subway sandwich. That man ate the same fucking thing almost every day up until he fell and got bedridden for like a year straight. Like my grandmother would go to Subway every day to get him a sandwich because that's all he would want to eat. And it's like, I don't ever want to have that disease because I don't want to get fucking stuck doing some shit over and over and over and not even realize I'm doing it. That's got to be like fucking living Groundhog Day in real life.
Yeah. Like, and they say it's type 3 diabetes is what it is. I was doing some research
Dementia
on it.
And shit?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because it affects, I'll have to look it up again, but there was somebody that actually broke it down, and I don't know if they were bullshitting or not, but it made a lot of sense.
it would make sense because, like, sugar is essentially insulin.
Yeah.
And insulin regulates, like,
a lot
of different shit in the body. And it's also close correlation with, like, your thyroid and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And your fucking lymph nodes and all that. Like, which, hell, your lymph nodes pretty much can fuck you off real quick. Like, if any kind of disease gets to those, like, that shit goes through your entire body, like, fast.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And you got them in your pits, your neck, your fucking insides of your thighs.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, it just something about that made sense. It was like, then why are we not treating it? Like,
I mean, why do we not have a cure for cancer yet? Because there's not any fucking money in it. If you cure it, then the doctors don't have anything to get a paycheck for anymore. Like, if you fix somebody, you don't get to keep lulling them along on fucking insurance money. Because, I mean, when it boils down to it, doctors make the money they make because of the way they practice the shit. It's like, yeah, they save lives, but they also fucking write out fucking oxycodone prescriptions and Oxycontin prescriptions to people. And, like, there are more cases than you would imagine of doctors getting locked up for malpractice and not following proper guidelines or just doing a half-ass job in general. Like,
yeah.
Fucking John Oliver showed a thing where this dude's going to prison for, like, prescribing narcotic medications when he wasn't supposed to, and, like, inappropriate behavior with 3 different fucking patients of his.
Goddamn.
Fixing to go to prison, and he still has his license and is still practicing, and the motherfucker's about to get sent off to prison.
How? Like, that would be...
I fucking don't ask me.
Immediate revocation of license.
I mean, he fucking already saw the, like, people about it that were supposed to pull his fucking certification. No, he didn't do it. Like, that fucking, did you hear about the Boeing dude?
Yeah.
The whistleblower for Boeing, and then motherfucker just all of a sudden come up, like...
Unalived?
Yeah.
Self-inflicted?
Yeah, in the fucking parking garage.
Right.
Yeah, you mean to tell me in between conferences he's just gonna walk out in the parking lot and sit in his car and pull a Beatles Day in the Life?
Well, sewer slides.
I mean, I'd seen some shit like a week before that about Boeing, though, where they were talking about how there's all kinds of shit that's starting to come out where undercover camera fucking talking to workers, and it's like, would you fly on one of these? Fuck
Hell
no. Like, there's another dude that just came out that's higher up in Boeing, like underneath the fucking CEOs and shit, that said he got off the fucking plane because of him finding out it was a 737 MAX. Like, he was like, I'm not flying on it, and he's one of the fucking execs for Boeing.
That's a sign. That's a tell.
You think? Well, I mean, I didn't realize that Boeing merged with, fucking, I can't remember what the name of the other company was, but it's some, like, really bad track record fucking aerospace company that they partnered with.
Mm-hmm.
And the shitty aerospace company kind of brought all of their business culture into Boeing and kind of just
fucked
made it
off.
more about production speed rather than production quality, and like
Yeah.
cutting corners with FCC, which is why that fucking door just blew off that plane, like mid-flight.
I didn't see that.
Oh, you just fucking the goddamn side door on the plane come the fuck off mid-flight. Like it
What?
sucked a dude's shirt off his fucking body. Like, bro, that I would
I
never
was
fucking fly
drive.
again if some shit like that happened to me.
I'm not ever gonna fly again, anyways, unless I'm done doing the flying. Because I think I'll just drive. I'll fucking drive to
I don't
England.
mind flying. Like, you just got to get on a good airline. You can't fucking skimp it on going on air travel. You really don't want to fucking skimp
Get what
it.
you paid for.
Yeah, exactly. You want to make sure you get there safely. So go with something like Southwest that generally gets people to and fro with very minimal hazard. Because, I mean, by all technicality, if you look at statistics-wise, you're more likely to die in a car than on a plane. Any way you cut it.
Yeah.
Like, you have a way higher chance of dying in a car than you do ever just by getting on a plane and flying somewhere.
No.
Because, I mean, you think about it, you're in the air for less time than you really think about. Because, hell, you can get halfway across the country in, like, 6 hours. If not
Yeah.
all the way across the country in 6 hours. Like, because we went from Memphis to Denver, and that was a 4-hour flight. And then from Denver to Phoenix was, like, an hour and a half.
I remember how long it took to get to Oregon. I was drunk most of the time anyway, so.
I know it takes 36 hours if you're driving, and that's if you're driving straight out and not stopping.
Yeah.
Like,
Buddy
team
Willis.
driving.
Buddy Willis drove out there by himself. And I was like, how the fuck did you get your truck here? He goes, I drove. I was like, I
drove-
looked that up because I was curious the difference in driving and flying. That's a long fucking time to be on the road.
Bro, I drove from the duplex driveway to the other side of Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a long fucking time.
that's a long motherfucking way, dude. Like, I was so close to the Canadian border at one point that I was watching the Canadian Border Patrol watch me from
Did
their
you wave?
boat.
Did
Like,
you
we're
wave?
just on, like, open water on this little shitty boat, and I was like, hey, what about it? And fucking... That was when I took the car on the ferry that time, and I got tripped
Oh,
out
yeah.
because I was like, I can't see land like at all. I don't like this shit. Not one bit. Like,
Now you've got.
I am 100% cool with going on the water. You get me in open water, we got a fucking problem. Like,
Can't
I
see
want to
shit.
be able to see what I've got to swim to if this bitch sinks. So if I can't see land, no. Like,
Yeah.
you better knock me out with a Xanax or something and put me underneath the boat. Because
Where the
I'm
pip-
going to come unfucking glued. Because, dude, I've seen the shit that lingers around in the ocean. No fucking thank you.
That's an irrational phobia of mine. Like I got
There
some.
ain't nothing irrational about that. That's a perfectly rational fear. I've seen the shit that's in the ocean.
Yeah.
The giant fucking kraken squid, those things fucking exist.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like fucking 100-foot long fucking cephalopod. Things are already goddamn alien anyway. Like, I didn't realize that they have pretty much tiny brains in each tentacle.
Oh really?
Yeah, like they can control each tentacle with their own like little. It can actively make movements on its own and shit. It's fucking wild. That's how they figure out how to get out of They put one in a fucking screw top jar, and the motherfucker turned the jar lid from the inside and got out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that fucking slid out of the fucking water pipe back into the ocean, like it got in the fucking plumbing for the zoo or whatever, and fucking squeezed his way all the way out to the ocean.
That's crazy.
I mean,
They're smart. Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible how.
cuttlefish are fucking like that too. Cuttlefish are super smart, and they've got all those fucking different pigments that can be altered at any time. It looks like just ink blots on them and shit.
Mm-hmm. That'd be really cool.
I want to
Superpower.
fucking. You can get cuttlefish and keep them in a fucking tank, but I'm pretty sure they're fucking saltwater, and
Yeah.
saltwater fish are extremely hard to fucking care for and take care, like do all
There's a
the
lot of- there's a lot
maintenance
to
and
it.
shit. It requires almost constant upkeep. Like, I'd love to do a big aquarium, but man, like, That shit's expensive as fuck.
Oh, I got into that shit whenever I was in the military. I had Oscars, like South African cichlids, and you know they're smart. They they track your hand, like, and I had one that like ended itself. Like I was gone on leave for the weekend, came back and it had jumped out of the tank and.
Oh, those things are fucking big.
Yeah, they got big. I
They
rescued one dude. It was like, I mean, it was every bit of like a foot and a couple inches.
I need to find a
a
place
55.
where I can go get like stockfish.
Oh, pond
Yeah,
fish?
pond fish.
Yeah.
And I also need to figure out why that pond or why those ponds down in Tennessee aren't holding water anymore. Because there's one of them's about empty, and I think it's just because it's hadn't got enough rain out there, and the water table's low. But the other one in the back used to stay full of water lilies, but I don't think it's had water in it in a while now. And I'm pretty sure it's probably because beavers have got out there somewhere and built something up to block all the water flowing off into it. And the other little pond out there, bad thing about it, I'm going to have to stay on top of the turtles out there, because there's a fucking ton of, like, those big snapping turtles and box turtles out there, and they'll get in that pond and they'll eat every fish you got out there. I need to find some koi, too, because I want to put some koi in that little small pond next to the driveway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be really cool.
But I'm going to have to dredge that motherfucker and get all those water lilies and shit that are in there out right now, because there's a fucking root ball in there probably as big around as this fucking table. That little pond next to the driveway is probably up to here on me if I were to stand in the center of it. Like,
Damn.
Yeah, it's deep as fuck. It used to be a well and they filled it in with concrete.
Oh, okay.
Like they put some wood and shit down in it so nobody would fall down in it, and then they moved the well over into the well house, which is that little cinder block building that I've got my reloading shop in. Out there's fucking a little well in the back room. I need to figure out if I can open that back up and start using it again, because, I mean, that's free water right there. And, I mean, well water is probably the best water you're going to get, which I don't know how true that is now, considering doctors have found microplastics in 80% of the fucking blockages or plaque they removed from arteries.
Oh, shit.
From, like,
Heart failure.
yeah, heart failure patients, like microplastics from the shit that we eat or drink. Like,
McDonald's.
I mean, not
Pretty
just
much fucking
McDonald's,
anything.
just all the fucking shit we've been eating up, all the processed food. That's why fucking cereal and shit like that doesn't fill you up, because it's already pretty much chewed up. So it bypasses, like, the sense of being full, because you've already got all the nutrients and shit out of it. What the fuck that was?
I was like, you heard that too, and I was.
Yeah, I was probably fucking Skelly in here being an asshole.
It's crazy, and it's impossible to eat like truly healthy. I mean, not impossible, but very difficult in today's day and age.
The only way you can truly eat healthy nowadays is if you grow the shit yourself.
Grow it, livestock.
Otherwise, you're ingesting so many different chemicals and shit just from the manufactured farming process, like the GMO shit, which I don't think GMOs are like the fucking conspiracy nuts think they are, with the whole, like, being able to fucking alter foods and create seeds that make shit. I remember talk a while back, they were talking about GMO seeds and plants making people sterile by, like making them genetically enhanced to fucking, like,
Sterilize everybody.
yeah, to control the population. But I don't think that's the case.
No, because they're still fucking reproducing at an alarming rate.
Yeah, I'm about to say, if anything, we could afford to cull the herd a little bit.
Yeah.
Fucking, what was it? Too many stupid motherfuckers, not enough smart motherfuckers. Got to balance out that ratio.
Like, it's frightening. Because I see some people.
Hunger Games.
The Purge. What was somebody was talking about a place in Philadelphia that the cops will no longer be responding to calls in between certain hours.
Oh yeah, like,
that's the
dude,
fucking
Philly's got the
purge.
fucking awful because of the fucking heroin epidemic up there, and now people are getting hooked on this new shit that they're selling with heroin. It's like a tranquilizer. It's like really fucking, but like it'll eat holes in you. It's pretty much like that crocodile shit.
Oh shit.
But it's like a tranquilizer that you can't get. Shit. God damn it, that scared the fuck out of me. But anyway, yeah, the tranquilizers, like, you can't fucking or you can't cut it with anything or dull it down with anything, and the DTs are like tenfold as bad as heroin.
Oh my god.
And they were, why would fucking Brandon Buckingham, and I don't know if you've ever watched his YouTube channel, like, this is a dude who used to be a teacher that just turned into a YouTuber and started just going around like all these different hoods and like really dangerous, like Skid Row type shit.
Yeah.
And, like, interviewing people. He went to the tunnel, like the homeless people in the tunnels in Vegas.
Yeah.
And like talked to a bunch of them and fucking walked the tunnels with them and shit and got their stories. And then the other half of his videos are just him getting shit housed on fucking box wine. Like just walking around with a bag of box wine, getting people to slap it and pouring shots in their mouth and shit. Like, he's pretty funny. But nonetheless, like, he went up there and like he was taking video and shit, and there's people like literally on the sidewalk up against buildings, needles still in their fucking arm, just like out.
Jesus.
Like, on the street. Like, broad fucking daylight. This isn't nighttime. Like, this is 12 o'clock in the fucking afternoon on a weekday, and there's like 4 junkies just like right out downtown with fucking arms tied off. Like, it's fucking crazy, dude. Like, shit that we never saw ever. Like, even when we were in the fucking drug scene.
Yeah.
Like, we never saw anything.
Like that.
We saw a lot of people that were burnt the fuck out.
Yeah.
But we didn't ever see those burnt the fuck out motherfuckers sitting on a sidewalk in broad daylight in the middle of downtown somewhere. Like,
yeah, no. That's crazy. It's because they're trying to make, I guess, they're between this hour and this hour, they're like, fuck it, y'all figure it out.
I mean,
Let the problem sort itself out.
The thing about it is, for one, most cops nowadays are either A, poorly trained.
Yeah, definitely.
B, overly aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
C, looking for any reason to write a ticket or get an arrest because it makes them look better. And there's far too little disciplinary action for being overly aggressive.
Yeah.
Or last time I checked, it was supposed to be to protect and serve, not to harass and arrest.
Yeah, harassment and slave.
I mean, because, dude, every time I get pulled over, I get nervous. And I'm not even doing anything.
Yeah.
Just because I know the way I look in the town I live in, they're going to give me a hard time about some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention, yeah, I have a history. But you can look at my record now, and there's not even a fucking traffic ticket on it.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
not to mention, I never leave this house other than to go to work or the grocery store or the gas station. What the fuck am I doing that's got your interest to harass me about shit?
Right.
But nonetheless, it's always happened.
Trying to figure out who you are, where you headed from, where you coming from,
None
where
of
you
your
headed to.
motherfucking business. Like, I'm going where I'm going. Is
I'm
it
headed-
important to you?
I'll be there when I get done.
And it's like, I'll let you in on any secret you want to know in this little ongoing investigation if you'll just let me get the fuck out of here without giving me 1,000 questions. Like, I did that shit to a cop one night, and he immediately made me get out of the car. I was like, man, can you please let me get to the house? And like, I was
Yeah.
like, I don't have anything on me. You can search the fucking truck. He pulled me out of the truck, searched me, didn't have shit on me. I was like, see? Told you. Like, fucking...
And there's usually a roadblock every Thursday or Friday on my way to work, and it's got a point where they just see me and they say, all right, what's going on? And they hand me my
All they're
back
doing
and
is trying to catch people for insurance tickets so they get their quotas up.
Yeah. Because it's, it's in a blind corner where you can't see until it's too late, no other turnoffs. Smart.
I mean, they'd fucking... When I went to work Wednesday night, on the way to work, there were... No, it was when I went up there for the interview. That's what it was. Fucking... There were 3 roadblocks on 72 highway. One right before Walnut, coming back from Memphis. One right before Holly Springs coming back from Memphis, and then another one a little bit further up right before that Shell station coming back from Memphis. So I imagine they were trying to catch somebody like bringing some shit back. They had a tip or something, but still, nonetheless, it was weird to see that because there were big ass fucking roadblocks. Dude. There was like 7, 8 squad cars out there with the blues lit up, and they're like lined across the road, like making people stop one by one, 18-wheelers included. And this is like 6 in the afternoon. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on out here?
Right, what?
Like, did I miss something? Like, but yeah, that fucking wigged me out, dude. I ended up going up there to the club, and once I got done with the interview shit, I sat up there and just hung out for a little bit. I was like, I'm going to drive back through that bullshit.
Yeah, let that disperse for a little bit.
I'm going to hit all 3 of those motherfuckers if I drive back, and God forbid I go through every one of those sons of bitches, because it's like, bro, can you not radio ahead to the other dickheads and fucking ask them?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to sit here fucking through 3 goddamn sittings of y'all figuring out who the fuck I am and whether or not I've done anything wrong. Like, I might as well just wait till y'all fucking fuck off and go on about your donut eating shit, and then I'll come back home.
Yeah. Now it's always in the same spot here in town. It's always right there on full. And I'm that guy that gets on Facebook after I pull off like roadblock at blah blah blah.
Yeah. Fucking relay, dude. They still have that shit. They'll send you text messages and tell you where they're at and give you like GPS pin and show you on the map. I've kept that shit forever since it was like a text app where you texted it to the and it would just send you like the text notes or whatever. I got you listen that time, didn't you? Lay down. Lay down. That's what I thought.
But yeah, I guess they look at it and be like,
hot water.
In the doghouse.
Yeah. Boo.
Boo. Fuck your booze. I've seen what makes you cheer.
There's not a lot of it. It's more like the Monty Python version of cheering. There was much rejoicing. Yay.
I think I might rewatch those.
Fucking, they were forced to eat Robin's minstrels. And then there was much rejoicing. Hooray! Fucking, I love that movie, dude. I've watched that shit so many times. It's like Fight Club. I can quote every fucking line of that movie. You silly English nigget. They don't make shit like that anymore. It makes me sad. I got to going back and watching some of the, like, just clips out of movies that were big when we were coming up in age. Like, Superbad still has some of the funniest one-liners I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah. Superbad?
Old enough to party. Like, it was fucking... that shit was so stupid. Fucking...
That shit wouldn't fly these days. Like, I've seen the stuff that's coming out now. It's like...
I don't know. I've seen... Dude, the fucking trailers I watched the other day for 2024 movies look pretty solid.
There's supposed to be a new Planet of the Apes in there.
What? Yeah, there is a new one coming out, and it's supposed to be the last one. It's the... What was it? Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and then... I can't remember what the last one was.
Right.
All I can think of is that Robin Williams bit where he's talking about fucking Charlton Heston. Not Guns and Moses. Let the Jews go or the Pharaoh gets 2 in the head. That Live on Broadway special was probably some of the best shit that man ever did.
Oh my God. And you could tell he
was 2.5 hours of him just being wide the fuck open.
Oh yeah, piss and sweat. You're like, that dude is definitely geeked.
Oh yeah, he
fucking
well out there. I mean, hell, his pupils are fucking dimes. And fucking whole table full of water next to him.
Yeah.
He goes through half of it in one bit about taking Viagra.
You can look up sometimes and see if she's enjoying it. And it's like, oh man.
This is some fucking stage designed by Kalegal. He fucking turns around and it's the last thing a woman's clitoris sees. I'm over here. He fucking killed it on that one. Yeah. I remember watching that shit at my dad's house when I was like 14, 15.
Yeah.
And laughing hard as fuck the whole way through it.
He did one where we did a USO show. I guess it looked like it was mid 2000s, and they played. I think it was either taps or colors. Anyways, like everybody in the audience, all service members, stopped, turned around, and did the standing at attention or whatever. And he's like, I have fucking never seen that before. And he's like, you can tell he's like, what do I do with my hands? And after they got done, everybody turned around, and he's like, oh wow, that's the first time I've ever had a whole fucking audience just turn around mid-bit and like, fuck. And he's like, I was trying to figure out what y'all were looking at.
He was definitely way, way different in his stand-up than he was in just his general mentality in Hollywood. Because it's like, on one side, you've got this just like family-friendly, like, all-star actor of all these fucking big Pixar movies and shit.
Yeah.
And then Patch Adams. The saddest fucking movie ever made other than What Dreams May Come, which is like a close second.
Yeah.
Like, which, I don't know, What Dreams May Come might possibly be sadder than Patch Adams. They're both pretty fucking...
I mean, look at Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy had Raw, and you see that, and then you see...
Nutty Professor and
shit.
Dr.
Dolittle and shit.
The Nutty Professor, those were
Kinda
pretty
raunchy.
fucking raw, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Eddie Murphy's old stand-up still some of the funniest shit. And
Spicy.
Would not fly at fucking all today. Like, he would be canceled so fucking fast.
That red suit.
Need to watch Big J. Okerson's stand-up called Dog Belly.
He'll send that to me.
Bro. He does a Michael Jackson bit at the end of this, which is where that fucking title of the stand-up special comes in.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Dark.
There's dark. And then there's
Where the
like
fuck
sticking your head in a bag of charcoal and shaking it around dark. He's that in this. Like, oh my God. Because he's talking about how fucking it came out that Michael Jackson actually did, like, molest those kids or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit about that. He's like, there's a great thing about comedy. It's like you can take something really tragic and make it funny most times. And then he goes off talking about the fucking how it happened and shit. You just have to watch it.
Oh.
The punchline to it hits so fucking hard and it's so funny. Like, bro.
I'm actually gonna add that to my queue.
Yeah, it's Big J. Okerson, Dog Belly.
Yeah, because I need some new comedy to watch.
And Randy Feltface, Feltopia.
I saw that, but I didn't watch it.
Dude,
Funny?
that shit is motherfucking hilarious. Dude's Australian. And he does his comedy bit, or his stand-up bit, as a puppet, rather than, I mean, he's just hiding under the table doing like a Sesame Street-style puppet show. Like,
Adult.
oh, very adult. Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100% adult. Very crude humor, but he's a very talented comedian because he writes his shit out the way he does. All of his stuff ties together. Like, it plays, it's like one giant long joke through the entire thing with a bunch of little smaller jokes in between because it all fucking comes back full circle at the end of it. It's like he reverts back to the beginning. Like, he does the fucking bit where it's like, blue's not even a natural color of a food. Name one blue food. And everybody goes, blueberries. He goes, blueberries are fucking purple. This new one, he's talking about how he met this chick at a bus stop while he was trying to get a coat hanger so he could break into his car that he borrowed from his dad. And the chick has a fucking guinea pig on a leash. And it's her emotional support animal. And its name is, what was it? God damn it. It was some stupid fucking name. You'll have to watch it. I fucking watched it like 3 nights in a row because I laughed as hard as I did watching it the first time, both other times. Like, I could still probably watch it again and laugh just as hard because there's some solid fucking punchlines and just one-liners in
Great
there.
delivery.
And he goes off on this tangent about how he's going to run for fucking president of the United States. Because he's talking about all the washed-up hacks that fucking run for fucking political office and shit.
Oh, would that get it? Even? Yeah. Herrera's doing fairly well, too,
Yeah,
isn't he?
he's in a runoff.
That's great, man. I would love to see him be able to do it, just to say.
I want to see him do it just because he's doing it for the right reason, and it's
Yeah.
to get somebody that's not doing anything for his constituents out of office, and I think we need a lot more people to do that kind of shit.
Yeah, we need more people like that.
But at the same time, it's really hard to be able to get people like that into politics in the first place, because people like us are often hopeless when it comes to government changing things.
Yeah.
And even
Not even
everybody's
giving the benefit of the doubt.
susceptible to being bought. It's just mattered what's your price.
Mm-hmm.
You can say you'll be for the people all you want to until you get a check laid at your feet that's going to make sure everybody in your family is safe for the rest of their lives. That's a big leverage point, which is why I think fucking politicians should have term limits. But no, they don't give them term limits. They give them a fucking $100,000 raise so they make $350K a year to sit on ass and not do shit that their constituents ask for, and to pass bills and laws into effect that violate people's bodily autonomy.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tax us 3, 4, 5, 8, 12 times on money that we've already been taxed on just to save it for our future. And then they want to fucking tell us what we can and can't do with our weapons and shit like that, what we can and can't say. Last time I checked, First Amendment said we got freedom of speech. Second Amendment said we got right to keep and bear arms. Seems to me like those first two steps are pretty self-explanatory, so why are we still debating shit? And don't tell me because the forefathers didn't think about fucking machine guns and all this other bullshit. They had Gatling guns back then.
They sure did.
They
had manual power
back then. Fucking Geneva Convention didn't exist until what, 40s?
Yeah.
30s, 40s?
Oh man, you remember watching that movie The Patriot? And you're just like, fuck, they just got their leg blown off.
I remember fucking rewinding the scene where the cannonball takes a good skip and takes dude's head off.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck.
you couldn't tell the fucking, like, where the special effects began in that. That was like one of the best, like, war movie, just general battle scenes other than Saving Private Ryan and stuff in Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
That Band of Brothers was a fucking great series.
I never actually watched it. I need to actually.
So fucking good.
Now that it's
long as fuck, but it was Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah.
So it's pretty much Saving Private Ryan just done as a long ass series.
Wasn't that also the one? Was Tom Hardy in that one also?
I'm pretty sure he was, and I'm pretty sure John
a bunch of-
Barenthal was in the Pacific
Yeah.
Band of Brothers, because they did one that was like based on like Europe and shit,
Mhm.
and then they did another one that was like all the Pacific battles and like
Right.
Pearl Harbor,
Yeah, the
all that
Pacific
shit.
Theater.
which I was super big fucking war movie buff when I was younger. Like, I've got all kinds of books from Vietnam accounts and stuff. There was one called Voices from Vietnam where it was just like a bunch of quotes that a guy had gotten together with a ton of vets and compiled like stories and just quotes and shit that happened to folks and just put it in a book. It was about this thick. I read some of the absolute craziest shit I've ever read in my life in that book. And then I got another one, I can't remember what the name of it was. I think it's back there in the back room. But it was about a sniper from Vietnam where he was talking about doing counter sniper operations and fighting against the Viet Cong, and like how some of the other snipers in his unit would go out like collecting ears and shit, and if they didn't get their count for the day, that they would start turning their gun on civilians and shit and farmers. And like, oh yeah, it's all kinds of crazy bullshit.
Yeah, Vietnam was a.
Vietnam was fucked up. I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Why
We
were
were
you
dropping huge amounts of napalm on people. And it's like, gasoline and styrofoam, so it's not coming off until it hits bone and stops.
Yeah, it's gonna melt everything.
It would be the equivalent of getting fucking living tarred and feathered, just sands the fucking feathers.
Just replace feathers with fire.
Holy shit, I've become a phoenix. Fucking,
Hey.
it'd be like that dude outside the fucking U.S. Embassy a couple weeks ago. Fucking pulled a Rage Against the Machine album cover. Motherfucker walked out there, doused himself in gasoline, and
Damn.
people are crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a hell of a way to take yourself out too, because you know that shit did not feel good.
No, that's burning and drowning are my two. I'm really
Drowning, I'm cool with, because once you take all the fucking water into your lungs, it's over with, because you just kind of black out. I mean, drowning is you go unconscious. Drowning and freezing to death are the two ways where you would go out the easiest, because you're going to go unconscious before anything.
Yeah, fire. You're gonna die, and it's gonna suck the whole time
You're
until
going
you
to feel
do.
it the entire time, or at least until your body goes into shock. Jumping off a building, however, you're probably going to be dead before you hit the ground.
Heart stop.
Yep. Just the adrenaline dump and the knowledge that you can't go back on the decision. They say most people are dead by the 10th floor down.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so the 9/11 jumpers were already fucking well gone before they splatted, probably.
More traumatic for the people at the bottom.
I still remember watching that shit in high school, dude.
On the TV.
And they're
school.
fucking zooming in on CNN, and you just see these dots, and it's like, is that debris? And it's like, oh no, and the camera draws away real quick. It's like, whoa.
Shit.
Fuck, man. That was some heavy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went in and fucked Iraq up.
Oh yeah. We turned over stones that weren't stones. They were part of the landscape, and they became
we
pebbles.
turned over mountains looking for motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, they were exactly where they weren't supposed to be.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That's like somebody was talking about. I was watching the reels about how we breached this guy's house, and he was killed with robots and dogs, and that's just a fucking terrifying way to go. And then they were mocking him before they killed him. It was like the SF unit and shit.
That's crazy.
Man, this guy just suffered. He's gonna die the strangest way fucking possible. He just got the Terminator and fucking Clifford running in his door to kill him.
Should have been prepared. Don't ever let them know your next move.
Be my luck. I would be on the shitter. Just scrolling Facebook.
That's okay. There's a Glock sitting on the sink in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a toilet gun.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, make sure you oil it properly, because if you take a shower.
I mean, you don't leave it sit in water. You just set it on the counter. So if you need it, you got it.
When you take a shower, I mean, I need one for in a box, with a shower wall.
Why don't you just leave it outside the shower on the sink? Because all you got to do is draw the curtain back and pull it.
It's a little bit more of a step from my shower to my sink.
Top of the toilet, then.
It's about the same.
What kind of fucking bathroom you got?
Like a hallway bathroom. Real narrow, but just real.
Mine's fucking pretty small. The fucking shower takes up 60% of it.
I want to get a seat-mounted thing, like a holster.
Yeah.
Kind of the little clips you put on the inside of the toilet for the.
You can get fucking the gun magnets at Walmart. The gun magnets work probably, because most of the toilet bowls are either metal, or some of them got metal in the bottom of them.
Yeah, porcelain. I think most of them, but
even then you can put coated over metal most times. But you could fucking probably rig it up to put it on side of the tank or something. Put a heavier magnet inside the tank, and then stick that one to the outside of it, and then just mount the gun to the side of it.
I still think the in shower, in case of emergency, break glass.
I've got to talk to you about some other shit here in a minute. I had an idea. And on that note, that's going to do it for this week's N.S.O.S Podcast. I'm Lou.
I'm Jay.
Remember to like, share, subscribe. Check out the Esoteric Minerals and Crystal Store. Check out Jay's streams, Aaron's Craft Channel. We'll see you next week.
Lates.
I lost my mouse, motherfucker.